Okay, fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you everyone for coming and welcome to the fourth meeting of Book Mastermind. I think like Katarina was saying before, I think it gets very exciting every month. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's getting better and better every time that we meet. You know, I feel like we're getting to know each other better. And every time we're sharing more and more. So you know, I'm very excited about it. I love it very much. And this month, as you all know, we're talking about mindset, which is such an important topic, especially because most of the times we kind of take it for granted. You know, it's things that we kind of know, or that are more or less common sense, a lot of it, but it's not very common action, right? It's we see so much how our attitude is so important, the way that we're thinking is so important, but something happens and we don't apply it in our lives all the time, and I think you can all know from different experiences in your life how different or what a big difference it makes if our mindset is on the right, you know, if we're having the right mindset or not. So so today what we're going to be covering, first we have a little challenge for everyone. Like, you know, we always like to bring something new to the meeting, so so we're going to get into the little challenge in a minute. It's not something very difficult, but I think you will like it. And then, like always, we're going to go into the learnings of the books of this month's topic, which is mindset. And then we will introduce the books of the next topic, which is manifest anything you want. Who likes that topic, the new one? Who's intrigued? Show me your hands. Yeah. Yeah. So like always, please remember that, you know, to talk, unmute yourselves and just talk and share. Let's use the chat. Let's make it very, very interactive, and take notes, of course, because we're sharing a lot of very, very interesting things. And if at some point, if we're going in one of the specific books, and I'm, you know, or either I or Effie is calling on the people, and if we haven't mentioned you, just unmute yourself and say that you want to share something if that's the case, okay? So that no one gets left behind. So Effie, if you want to.
Yes. So welcome to everybody to our fourth meeting from me as well. And here just a reminder of the page we have created, which here it's you go in, you register in, you go in, you log in, and you have all the recordings and the presentations of each call. From 3 or 4 books of each month. And also I would like to take this opportunity now and say again that when we started, Anna and myself, we had this idea of offering for free this book mastermind. Our vision was, you know, to co-elevate each other, to create a very dynamic group, to read the right books, you know, and but I have to tell you that the impact that this group, all you have to me is much, much greater than that. And the fact that I am accountable every month to all of you, and Anna and I are committed to, you know, to deliver the best of value and to push ourselves further and further. I realized that in 3-4 months, I had the chance to accumulate and reflect deeply in knowledge in 3 or 4 books each month, either reviewing or reading them fresh. And imagine where you as well as a group, and we all will be in 6 months or in 1 year from now. And also have to tell you something, that your friends, for those who are really take the time to read the book every month, in 6 months, 8 months, they will not recognize you. You will have done a progress, not recognize you. You will be a different person. Your mindset will change. So I would like to take this opportunity here to share what all this sharing has done to me as well. And I want to thank you. Let's continue. So this is the book Mastermind. Let's quickly repeat. We are a group because we have some new members of like-minded people that we want to read one book per week, per month. But the gain and the bonus of this group is that you get the reviews and the summaries and the key takeaways of 3 or 4 books because some of us read other books. So that's a great opportunity to read the right books and to shift our mindset and have real progress in life. To the next now, let me ask you, you remember last time we introduced the idea of accountability partners. And the idea, the objective is that you become couple with another member of the group to share your learnings and be accountable and encourage each other. So my question to you, have you decided, have you chosen an accountability partner? How many of you have done that? And did it work well? Did it work well for you? That's my question.
If anyone wants to share how their experience was with their accountability partner, please feel free to share. I mean,
in my case, I can say that it worked, but we are still trying to adjust so we can have much more can I say commitment by week. So so we need to, like, okay, for next Monday or next Wednesday or any day, we're going to talking about like 1/4 of the book. I don't know, it's something that it's on my mind, but in this time for me it helped me to finish the book.
Oh, fantastic.
That's a big gain, huh? That's the whole point.
We can improve. We can improve a lot, but for the first month and for the first time, I think it was great.
Okay.
Love it. Okay, I'm glad. Stephanie, I think you guys also had accountability partners with Nadia.
Yes, we agreed to. We didn't really embrace it this month, but we do because we talk a lot with Rose and Nadia. So we said we're gonna try to keep up with each other. I cannot say we did this month, but we surely will try to do better this month.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Gavi's writing in the chat that she just partnered with Anna.
Yes.
So that's great.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Great.
Yeah. I think it's a great way of, as we're saying, keeping ourselves accountable and also getting to know more other people. So if someone doesn't have an accountability partner and wants one, of course, it's not mandatory or anything. You can, I mean, it's more of a suggestion because it's worked for us a lot. You can write in the chat, like, I want an accountability partner, and maybe someone else, you can partner up right now. And of course, you can also do it through the Facebook group, if not, okay? So let's go to the challenge, okay? The new challenge that we have for you guys now comes with a little bit of a story, okay? The story is that about 3 weeks ago, I met with Marisa, she's from Spain. She lives here in Ireland, and she's part of Book Mastermind as well. And she's not in the call today, but we were talking about the books on abundance and wealth. And what happened was that she was saying, she had read, I don't remember which book she had read, but I was telling her about The Richest Man in Babylon. And then I told her, you know what, he was talking about the 7 laws of money and da-da-da. And she's like, and she was very interested, and she tells me, oh, what are the 7 laws? And I was like, so caught red-handed, like, okay, let me see if I remember, right? So I was trying to tell her what the 7 were. And at the end, I got to 4. And then the other 3, I had to grab my phone and look for them and see which one they were. But the whole thing was that at the end, even if I cheated a bit and looked at my phone and saw what they were, what happened was that I ended up understanding them better because I was teaching them or sharing them with her. So I understood them way better. I remembered them. And then like maybe 2 or 3 days later, I was like, okay, what were they? So I was like, okay. And I'm like, oh, I got them. And I shared that with Effie afterwards. So I told her, again, oh, look, the 7 laws are these laws, right? And she didn't remember either. So it was a really great practice. And right now that it's been a month, I was telling her again, like we were talking about the idea of introducing this challenge to everyone. And I said, okay, let me see if I remember again. And I was thinking of it, and I got 5 of them. So I didn't get the 7 again by heart, which just tells you that it's not as easy to learn them, if you want to learn them by heart, let's say. But more important than learning by heart is to really, really understand them, yeah, and to apply them in our lives, right? So the challenge that we want to bring is for any of the books that you read. It can be of any of the subjects, whichever book you like, right? And it doesn't even have to be a book from Book Mastermind. It can be from anything. Ideally, do it for one of the books you've just read so that you have it fresh. And choose a person, a friend, a family member, your accountability partner, anyone you want, your partner, whoever it is, and teach them what you learned from the book that you chose. Teach them, like what the book was about, what did you learn from it, what you liked, and how you're thinking of applying the learnings into your life. And if you can do it for more than 1 people, it's even better. Especially do it with a book that called your attention very much and that you think that applying the learnings will help you very much in your life. Because if you share it and share it and share it, it will stick, and every time you will go a level deeper. So that's our challenge for you. Who's in? Raise your hand. Tell me in the chat who's in it. Who's in for it? Okay, I see Stephanie. Oh yeah, Vanessa again too.
And Anna, may I add something to your point? That one of our mentors, Jim Quick, suggested the following: say, just do it very casually. If you're out dinner or coffee with a friend, say, you know what? Can I talk to you for 5 minutes about the latest book I've read? Because really, I loved it so much, and I'm so intrigued by it. So I would like really to share with you the key points that really caught my attention, and tell me what you think about it. Or very casually, very very easygoing, and this works. And you have a new theme of discussion going with friends. So I have done it many times, asking, of course. I mean, I do it in a normal context of discussion, but it gives an interesting twist in any of your encounters with your friends as well. Yeah.
Okay. We will ask you next month how it went with the challenge. Okay.
Have it in your mind, try it out, and you let us know next time.
Yeah. And then and also if you want to share how it went in the Facebook group, please share with us your experience on that, because I think it'll be really good. Okay, so the books that we read this month, as a reminder,
as a reminder, we had 3 top books, right? We had Mindset by Carol Dwek, Grit by Angela Duckworth, and The Magic of Thinking Big by, sorry, I have to turn off my cell phone. by David Schwartz. Big books, important learnings. Let's go to the first one, to mindset. No, sorry. In the beginning, as always in our call, we share the 3 key learnings and the 3 concepts that we see are repeated in all 3 books, okay? So the first key learning is that you learn and improve anything you want. So success is not a matter of being intelligent, or that you have a tendency, or you are gifted, or you have a natural talent on something. It's a matter of consistent growth and perseverance. I don't know about you, but at least for me, in my education, in my childhood, nobody ever told me that. I thought I was good at math or not good at math. I was good in ballet or not good in ballet. It was not so clear to me that if I would be persistent and consistent, I would become better and better. The concept is also focus on growth, on learning and improving. So this is something we can aim to teach to our kids. Effort is positive. It helps you get smarter. And another point that nothing ever is going to be perfect. So we don't aim for perfection. We aim for action. Think now, not later. Do now, don't let it wait for later. Also focus on possibilities. So adopt a learner's mindset. How amazing it is to have a mindset to perceive failures as victories, and to say it's not a failure, it's something I learned which takes me closer to my success, and what are the lessons that I can learn. And at last, the concept of Kaizen, which is the Japanese word for constant improvement. So in order to constantly improve and set goals, you need to set goals, and you need to have a way to measure your results. So let's say this 1% rule, that every day I can become 1% better to what I'm doing. So if I do 10 push-ups, I will do 11. If I will drink, I don't know, 5 glasses of water, I will drink 5 and a half. You know what I mean? I mean, if I will read that, I will read this plus 1%. Having this in mind, it accumulates, and within a month, 6 months, 1 year, I mean, you become unstoppable. And another point that Anna and I love is think yourself as a business. It may sound a bit, weird, but we don't mean it in a business way. We mean it like, as you organize, let's say your business, your family, organize yourself, set your goals, be very intentional about it, have your personal brand, let's say. This is also a game changer. And now we go, Anna, to concept 2. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I was muted. So the second learning that we found that was common in all the books was that it's really all about your attitude, right? It's about your attitude, your perseverance, and determination. So success requires believing in yourself. And one of the most important things for that is to build your self-confidence and your worthiness. It's to create this type of magnetic attitude. And that's easier said than done. But I think that one of the most important things with self-confidence is that confidence, it's something that starts with courage. You have to have a little bit of courage at the beginning to start something, and then your confidence starts to build. And as you keep doing and keep taking action, then your confidence grows. And as you become better and you know more about what you're doing, then your confidence continues to grow and grow and grow. So that's one very important point. But the point of worthiness is also very important. And most of the time, we don't feel worthy of things, right? We don't feel worthy. of specific things. Sometimes it's success, sometimes it's love, sometimes it's different things. So believing in yourself is so important so that we can actually do the things we want to do. And to that point is focusing on possibilities and thinking big and not limiting yourself by thinking of what could go wrong or making excuses and living your life thinking always on regrets. Because if we're thinking always in the negative, we'll stay in the negative. Together with this, it goes a part of if you believe you can do it, then you most probably will do it. But if you don't believe you can't, well, you won't be able to do it. And the thing is that we give up too quickly. Most of the time we give up too quickly because when it starts getting hard, we just say, you know what, maybe this is not for me. But what I think most of them are trying to say is keep the positive attitude, persevere even when it gets hard, and focus in thinking creatively and looking for solutions, combining both passion and perseverance. And if you get to that point where you can persevere a little bit more, it's usually after you go out of your comfort zone where you're reaching those results that you're wanting to reach, independently of what area you're or what you're thinking about. The other important thing on this is to stay focused, because most of the times we change from one project to the next, or one idea to the next, or one solution to the next, and we don't give it enough time for it to actually make a difference. And you can see that in every area of your life. And also having a clear why you're doing whatever it is you're doing, what makes you stay with that extra perseverance and determination.
And our third concept is change your mindset to give so that you receive. Usually we start with the receiving, but let's do it in a different way. Let's explain how. Our influence is defined by how often and how much we focus on others' interests first. This is interesting because these days people do the reverse. The best gift you can give to someone is your authenticity, and simply by being yourself rather than pretending to be someone. Focus 100% on helping the other person without keeping track how much you have given and how much you expect to get back, and they owe you. And know that when we add value to others freely and openly, people are naturally attracted to you. They appreciate you for who you are. People who have a greater purpose or calling usually persevere more. Why? Because the personal interest is not enough. You need to have, you need to be connected with it needs to be connected with your contribution towards the other. You need to help the well-being of others. So having this mindset makes you belong to a group of different people, let's put it this way. So those are the three concepts we saw repeated in the three books. And now let's go to talk about the first book, which is Mindset.
Yeah. So as always, we'll go to the book, and I'll open so that anyone who read this book, who wants to share their key learnings, takeaways, actions, whatever caught their attention, so that you can go on and share. So mindset. At the beginning, when I was at the beginning when I started to read this book, my first idea was, I know this. Like I thought, oh yeah, okay, I have a growth mindset. I think, yes, I know that I can learn and change and grow. But what I realized when I kept reading is that I thought about that for certain things, but there were many things where I didn't, where I had a growth mindset in some areas of my life and a fixed mindset on other areas of my life. right? I thought that, you're either creative or you're not creative. You're either, like Effie was saying at the beginning, you're either sporty or you're not. But I thought I can learn in terms of intellectually, yes, I can keep learning, but in the other things I thought that I couldn't. So I think that, it feels very empowering when you realize that really you can learn and improve anything that you want. What is the difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset? In the growth mindset, you believe that your talents can be developed and improved in every area. What makes people good enough are their developments and efforts. Success is about stretching yourself to learn something new, and failures are seen as opportunities. You can always grow your creativity and all of your skills. Get better at sports, get better at math, get better at cooking, get better at everything. In the fixed mindset, you believe that talents and abilities are fixed and they are hard to change. What makes people good enough are their achievements. And I struggled with that a lot before. Let me tell you that I thought that if I wasn't achieving something, then, my whole worth, let's say, was based on what I was achieving. So doing that switch from fixed to growth was, like a big relief for me. I adopted a learner's mindset, and by adopting a learner's mindset, what ended up happening was that I can never fail, because if something bad happens, I'm learning, and if something good happens, I'm learning as well. So that was one of the biggest learnings for me, or the biggest changes in my whole life based on this. So in the fixed mindset, success is about proving that you're smart or talented, and failures are disasters. You constantly need to prove yourself, and you are either creative or not, good at sports or not, good at math or not, good at cooking or not. Okay, so anyone who read this book who wants to share their insights or learnings or what they thought?
I have read this book, and for me it was really wonderful, and it brought me a lot of confirmations into probably some thinkings that I already had, but I was kind of like doubting, mostly like into that concept of talent that you get to face in a lot of companies, and how the different coaches, managers, and people approach it. It was just great to see and to get this confirmation into, a growth mindset is what really makes the difference on a long term, and into the results as well, right? So this was really, really wonderful. And additional to this, I would say that some things that I loved what the reading was, quotes like, it's not that I'm not just smarter, but just more experienced. And also to know what mindset or growth mindset is not. So for example, it's not equal to flexibility. It's not just about hard work. I mean, of course, it takes a lot of effort, but new strategies and seeking input. Also praise the process and tie to an outcome, not just the process, but there needs to be some results. So this was what really, really caught me, and I really, really loved.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Gabi. Yeah, I agree as well that the praise the process, I think, is a very important point. Someone else?
Hello, I'm Carmen. I want to share with you. I read this book, but I didn't finish this time because something happened to me and I want to share it. That I started the book Grit, and I started reading and I really liked it. But then like it didn't match with me. I mean, there were like a lot of concepts like I already knew, and it wasn't giving me like a lot of new things. So I changed books. And then I started with mindset, and that's why I think I didn't finish, because it's like a long one. But I liked it a lot. Just like you were saying, and just like Gabi was saying, it changes doesn't change your mindset. It like helps you understand where you are in the different part of your life. I liked it a lot that they said a lot of examples. They said examples with sports, with people from the companies, from a lot of backgrounds. So like it clear you a lot, and it makes you learn a lot by examples. So I really want to finish it. Since I didn't finish it, but I really do want to finish it because I really liked it. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Carmen. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. I didn't finish Grit either. But you know what? I think this month also was shorter. Since it's every third Wednesday, this time it's the 16th today. And the other days, it's been like the 20th. So I think we had like 4 or 5 days less than the other times. But yeah, I think that happens. And it's always like that, you have to really see. Some of the books will be really, really good for one person. And for another person, you're going to like another one. And that's why we're sharing many of them, because they have different angles. And I think that's what makes it rich, right? Because sometimes I read a book, and even if it's the same information than the other one, this one is life-changing and this one didn't do anything. So yeah, I'm glad you changed, because if you don't like it, you don't have to finish a book. You can just change it, right?
Mm-hmm. Anna, if I may share, I also see overlapping. And I think the more we grow into this forum and reading different books, we will see overlapping in concepts. For instance, I'm stuck in the previous topic. I'm not stuck in the previous topic. I deliberately read more about creating your own wealth, because I was recently blown by by a recent divorce. So I'm kind of I'm kind of very determined to see how I can manage my own life at this stage. So, and now I was reading the other book here on the other one on mindset, and was talking a lot about belief, and then reading a lot about creating your own wealth has to do a lot of what you believe about it. So I could see a lot of things that could be applied in different topics that we explore every month. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah, and I think it will continue to build. I mean, everything we will start to see the connections, and I think that as the more we go, we will go deeper in each subject. And one of the things I think is very important, and I say that as a reminder to myself as well, is to always keep that open mind, because even if there's a concept that that you already know, you go deeper, you understand another layer of it, right? So,
yeah, and then the
weaving of making the connections.
From the weaving, I think, is it'll come at some point eventually. The more you read, the more you reflect. Yeah. I mean, the mindset cannot be unrelated to having a mindset for creating your own wealth, for example. I mean, so it's interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. One last comment on mindset, and we go on grit. For me, it helped me take out labels that I used to put labels, and showed me ways that possibilities can be unlimited. That was what this book did for me. So let's move on another great book on grit. I've read it this month. I hadn't read it before. And let me give what really grit means is a combination of passion and perseverance to achieve long-term goals. This is the definition. Passion is the consistency of goals held over a long period of time, and it's not the intensity, it's the endurance. So how consistent you are. Perseverance is the ability to overcome setbacks and obstacles and work consistently and finish what you started. Grit and not intelligence predict success. So if one person may be more intelligent, but he's more consistent, he's grittier, so he has all the above, he will enjoy success more, which for me, that was mind-blowing, because I thought that you are intelligent, so of course you will have success, but that was not the case. Grit comes down to your habits, a topic Anna and I love so much. It's about doing the things you know you're supposed to do on a very consistent basis. It's about your dedication to daily, deliberate practice and your ability to stick to a schedule. The key word here is deliberate, because as we said before, you are building up little by little, and you have measurable goals each day. So here are the 3 steps how to develop grit. First, define what grit or mental toughness means for you. So how much you can cope, until where you want to go. Step 2, build grit with small physical wins. And 3, build strong habits and stop depending on motivation, but have a habit that makes everything, the deliberate practice we're saying, easier for you. You can grow your grit. There are 2 ways to develop grit. From the inside out, which means you personally cultivate your interest, you develop a habit, you grow more, you connect your work to a purpose beyond you, so you have a vision that pulls you forward. Or you can grow your grit from the outside, which means you depend on other people. That means you have a super great teacher, coach, mentor, friends, parents, bosses, that they pull you forward as well. And they keep you accountable. And in order to maximize your grit, this is the formula. You need interest, practice, and to meet your purpose. Those are 3 ingredients that really guarantee, let's say, you moving forward and moving closer to success. So your comments here on this book, who has read it? Your key learnings? No?
I think there's no one for grit.
No one for grit. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we continue now to another great book, The Magic of Thinking Big. This is a book, it's like a Bible. It's a combination of many other great books. I mean, a combination with key learnings from Thinking and Grow Rich, from How to Influence Friends, from all the money, wealth creation books, from NLP books, really. So here, the author, starts by saying something very, very spot on and interesting, that successful people have one thing in common. They believe in themselves, period. They have super high self-confidence, and this generates the energy to achieve their goals and overcome obstacles. So they, when you believe I can do it, the how to do it follows. So it's the being that comes first, and there is the belief. He also says, think of success, don't think of failure. Thinking of success conditions your mind to create plans that produce success. Thinking of failure, it's doing exactly the opposite, conditions your mind to go towards failure. Thinking big means not limiting your possibilities, knowing and believing that you are capable of reaching your goals and achieving your success, which is related to the first point. Remind yourself regularly with affirmations, with positive self-talk that you are better than you think, and never sell yourself short. Build confidence and destroy fear. Yes, fear is real. Fear exists, but we must first recognize it and then understand that we can fight against, we can conquer it. Confidence is acquired and developed, like grit is acquired and developed. So action cures fear. Indecision and postponement fertilizes fear. So the antidote to fear is action, not inaction. Develop a big thinker vocabulary of positive words. What a magic there is in the positive words. Talk about yourself in a positive way and to others. Use cheerful, favorable words, encourage, say compliments, praise others, praise yourself. Share good news, leave the bad news, share the good news. They uplift people. Go beyond traditional thinking. Be perceptive, receptive to new ideas, experiment new concepts, break out from your fixed routine, seek out new experiences, be progressive, not regressive. Think about how you can do it better than something that you did yesterday. So to our words saying, having a growth mindset. And at the end, a very powerful phrase, the size of your success is determined by the size of your belief. So anyone who has read this book? It's a big book, huh? It's a big book.
Adri.
It was really, really nice. I actually did 9 pages in Word to summarize like the most important things because I really enjoy it. And I think it's really practice for everyday living.
Yeah.
I love the part that action cures fear. It's amazing. It really works for me. I also like the part where it says that we invest so much time of our day worrying about nonsense and things that doesn't even need our attention at all. So we need to focus on the really important stuff. And the other part, almost at the end, the author says that we need to make people to feel important. Because at the end of the day, our success and our results on everything, it's like group work, team. We have to be a team, and everyone has to feel as important as we are.
Katerina and Nana, I see you raise your hand. Katerina, yes?
Hi, I chose this book. I thought now that we have to change our mindset and move to the biggest thinking, we will choose a book that has very big letters. I didn't know that it was so big, so I didn't finish it because I didn't have the time. But it shook me too many times, this book. I have come to recognize a lot of negative thinking in the way I operate. And I already tried to change that. It has a very good day-to-day examples that help you understand what the writer wants you to think, and motivates you. And the most important thing from the part that I read, because I didn't finish it, was that you have to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it. Otherwise, nobody else will, and you will fail. And it reminded me of something a colleague of mine said when I was in France studying medicine, but I will say it in French because it sounds better if for those people that speak French. That says, il fait savoir, mais il fait pas, mais il fait pas, mais il sait pas faire. That means that you can create an image of yourself that you know what you're doing, and sometimes maybe even if you know what you're doing, if you don't give that image, then nobody's gonna think that you do.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Katerina. It has, as you said, it's a long book and has very many powerful concepts. It's about believing in yourself. It's about possibilities, destroying fear, action. Yes. I'm glad you liked it. And Anna?
Yeah. So yes, actually I picked this book because in the summary, when you shared it, you were talking about building confidence, and that resonated a lot with me. Like, I feel that I need to build that confidence, and it was really powerful. I haven't finished it yet because I find myself going back and forth to take notes and to come back, but still making progress on reading it. But so far, the biggest thing for me, and it's making kind of a huge change, is that action is what really matters. We can have fear, but action is what is going to make us go out of that fear. And also that we can find ourselves like consuming and taking knowledge, but knowledge is just power if you make something out of it, if you put it into action. And that happens a lot to me. I always think like, I don't know enough, I am not the expert, like selling myself short. And that's just on myself and I think that I need to gather more knowledge, but at the end, if I don't put that knowledge into action, it's not going to get me the results that I want. So for me, that piece of not just knowing what you want, what you believe, or all the ideas that you have in your mind are nothing if you don't put that into action and you don't move forward where you want to be. So for me, that's some of the ones who know me would say like, oh no, I know that you are a confident person. And actually one of the things that I was seeing, a self-destroyed self-talk that ones have is like being a perfectionist.
Yeah.
But at the end, it was hurting me a lot because it makes me focus on what I didn't achieve or what went wrong, instead of focusing on what I have achieved and going wrong. And I have like many things, and one of my managers told me once, I do, or previously I had to do, for example, PR launches, and I'm down to giving my summary, I was like, ask, or someone missed its speech, and I was focusing on that. And one of my managers once told me like, Anna, that's not what I heard. I heard it was a great launch, people were thrilled, it was exciting. So I don't.
The connection is getting cut off, unfortunately.
I'm just doing this harm, and reading this book for me was doing like.
Anna, we're losing you.
Anna, we are losing you. Should we continue with Stephanie? I see Stephanie wants to talk. Anna, sorry, we lost you. The connection is not so good. We will move on with Stephanie. Thank you very much. All you said makes perfect sense to all of us.
Well, I just wanted to comment on the first month. I think I read The Big Leap, I think it was the Big Leap. And as we were mentioning, it makes things go building up, because I find so many connections with some on things I got from that one that just I really empathize with this one. So for me, like the first chakra is, like you mentioned, that it's not I wrote this down because it says it's not the smartest, the most skilled, the stronger, the smarter that succeeds. It's the one who truly believes I can. So that's really, really, because if you go back and you see into successful people around, or into you sometimes, well, where things just really go really good for you, it's not that you're smarter, that you have a higher IQ, that you're stronger. It's that you really, really believe in yourself and you really want to do something. Also, there's a part where it talks about vaccinating yourself against excuses, which is very important, because there's always a reason why not. So you have to find like the cure for all those negatives that are gonna come either from you or from outside. That's so important, because you're always gonna find those. So you need to know, to really have it on top of your mind, to say, well, I can do this, and just find a way, because it talks about don't look for the reason or why something can't be done. And that also goes back to the book from intake I got from the book from last month, that the rich dad used to tell the son, don't say I can't, say how can I do it. I don't never say I can do this, just say, okay, how can I get it? How can I do it? So it all goes like adding up. So that for me was really interesting. The winning attitude that you always have to have for everything you do, and really every day wake up, be thankful, and think big, think that great things are gonna happen, and don't wait for it to be a sunny day, a beautiful day. Don't wait for it to anyone to come and hand you big opportunities. You have to build them up. It said build castles, don't dig grapes. That one was something I really like. So all of these things, I think this one for me, I really like it for the challenge. I usually, when I read, I write down the things I like, and I take notes and send them. For example, like for my husband, like the little exercise and examples that sometimes he shares an experience or something that's going on at work, and I find something that it will probably help. So I will bring out like the small exercises or things that they do, and send them to him for him to practice with his team. So I think this one is going to be very interesting to try to do the challenge. So I think I'm gonna do this one.
I love it.
So thank you, because I really do find this group and the books very inspiring. I mean, as Steffi was saying at the beginning, I do see a difference, a change in myself, and I think it's very good. So thank you very much, because I really do feel very inspired.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thanks for sharing that stuff.
Great. So should we move on to the next, because we are, yeah, the time flies. So
okay, and then the last book we had, which was our bonus, was The Go-Giver, which is a short book, and I really loved it. I read it the first time right now. And it talks about the 5 laws of success, and it's a story, right? So if you haven't read it, I really, really do, recommend it, because the story is amazing. And what happened? It's short, right? It's a short story, but one of the things that happened is that before I read it, I had seen, because we've shared all the time. Every time we see a book, I see it before, and I saw some of the laws, and it was like, oh yeah, but when I read it and I saw the story, it hit in, you know what I mean? It made a big difference. So anyways, the 5 laws are: the law of value, how much more you give to others in value that you receive in payment is what defines your worth. So give more. Then number 2 is the law of compensation. Your income depends on how many people you serve and how well you serve them. So give a lot of value and give a lot of value to more people. Then the law of influence, which is that your influence or your social capital is determined by the extent to which you put other people's interests first. So give a lot of value to a lot of people and put their interests first. Then number 4 is the law of authenticity, which is that the most valuable thing you can offer is yourself. So basically it's give a lot of value to a lot of people, putting their influence first in an authentic way. And then number 5, the law of receptivity is for effective giving, you need to be open to receive as well, right? I don't know if any of you read the book that if you want to share something. Yeah.
Yes, this is the only book I could find in Amazon because I like paper books. I like to underline them and to write notes. And this was the only one they had available.
In Spanish. And, yeah, because they're in English.
Yeah,
yeah.
They didn't have the others. Well, The Goalkeeper, this is one of the best books I have ever read lately. It reminds me that as a way of life, I must appreciate close people, clients, staff, remember their names, their requirements, etc. I also learned that people do business with whom they know, trust them, and would recommend them to others, and that I must give greater value than the benefit I might receive, give more than what I expect to receive. I really like it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Effie. And
Did you open it?
For recommending it.
Did you open it?
Yeah. Thank you, Ana Maria. Yes, it's a easy book, very insightful, with examples and a story with a very nice flow. Yes.
Anyone else? Okay, we're gonna move forward because we're
yes, the time. Yeah. So yes, Anna.
Yeah. So our next topic for July is manifest anything you want. And what is manifesting? It's the phenomenon that occurs when something that was once a part of your imagination becomes intentionally actualized into physical reality, right? So it's making the things that you want happen. And yes, it does really work. It's just about learning how to do it. But it is a mix between science and belief, but it really does work. And here are the 3 books that we're suggesting for this month. And the 3 of them are really, really good.
The top 3 of them are 5 favorites. So let us quickly drive you through, pass you through. So the first one is Ask and It Is Given. This is a very well-known book and is the basis of showing how you have the power within you to manifest anything you want and how you do that. And that goes to everything. And they explain that this is a law, that there is the law of gravity. This is the law of attraction, in fact, and explains the link between thoughts, emotions, and reality. And there is no such thing as fate, luck, good luck, or bad luck. We are directing our luck with our intentions, our thoughts, our emotions. Very powerful book. Check it out. I'm not going to say more. Then book number 2, fantastic book. Book number 2, Manifesting Change. Mike Dooley, the guy is amazing. If you just go on YouTube, go somewhere and watch a short video of his. You will feel super happy, super uplifted. He breaks down the laws behind every physical manifestation through exercises, stories, analogies, and says exactly how the flow of events sometimes will or will not trigger changes in your life. And it's an easy book with a lot of insights. And he has such a beautiful way to describe and say, and humorous, and say that everything is simple in life and you can do whatever you want, as long as you do that, the emotions, the thinking, the intention. So check that book out to see if that resonates with you. And then, of course, the one and only Secret, which has been a movie as well, which, by the way, you can watch the movie. It's like a documentary for free on YouTube. So you can really watch that. But the actual book, it's called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and is purely about law of attraction and how you can use the power of your mind to create your reality. And through practical steps on how to shift feelings and behaviors to a more positive place and state of mind. In fact, The Secret was based on Ask and It Is Received. So The Secret explores more and offers, let's say, opened it up to the world, the concepts from Esther and Jerry Hicks, the teachings of Abraham, from the book Ask and It Is Given. They're related. They are powerful books, uplifting books. They give you a different concept of reality, and we hope you will enjoy them.
Who's excited?
Who likes it? In fact, if I may say, Anna, for me now, because I love all those books and I have read them many times and listened to them, it's like the way of bringing together how you create abundance in your life, let's say, in all areas, wealth, abundance of health, everything, with the mindset. Yeah. And then we have now, yes, this is where we were saying it builds up. Yeah. It builds up.
This is a combination of all of it.
Yeah. 4 blank. Okay.
Four δεν έκανες.
Κατερίνα,
we don't have bonus this month.
So thank you to all of you, because it's because you're here every month that's what makes the group so special. And everything that you share is really what makes the group special. And there's a lot of people who are not here live that watch the recordings, and some, are in some meetings and some go, and that's why we always record it as well, in case you want to go back and see it and take notes and stuff. So thank you for everyone who showed up live and everyone who's watching the recording right now. And let's keep sharing. Let's keep sharing also in the Facebook group. I saw in the chat that Gavi also mentioned that she had a workbook that she had done. Stephanie sharing so many incredible quotes. You have to share them there, because you have I see you have like a compilation of quotes that are amazing. So just take a screen, take a picture of them and share them, because they're fantastic. Also Adri, with your big summary, Lala is asking if we have a bonus book this month.
They're all bonuses. Those are all bonuses.
No, we don't have another extra one. I think that
the Netflix documentary.
I know, I'm sorry. But what happened really was that when we saw the books, we were more like, I think it's worth reading all 3 of them,
okay,
kind of thing. So if you have if you finish one of them and you have the extra time, start one of the other ones instead of a bonus, because they are very, very good.
And we're telling you, be open-minded, really. Give permission, because there are new ideas. There are spiritual ideas, concepts. be open and see what resonates with you.
Yeah.
Great.
Effie, you said that the secret is related with the ask and is given. Do you think I should read, if I would like to read both, do you think I should read first one or the other, or does it matter? Would it make a difference?
No, but if I were you, I think I would tend to go with ask and it is given first, and maybe then with a secret. Because ask and it is given is more profound, it opens a new door, let's say. But see what it resonates with you, you know. Okay. And also the secret, it's also a movie in YouTube, so you could also check it out there before you read the book.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks.
Cool.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, so does anyone want to share anything else? And if not, I think we're finishing the meeting.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so everyone is starting to say thank you. And
thank you.
Okay, so thank you to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will share more in Facebook and everywhere, okay?
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.